appropriate time of the day to you. I am Richard, and this is LMTD or Set With Me Now, Limited Time Offer No Vowels. Hello everybody, we are back here with Broken Sword 5, the Serpent's Curse. We'll be continuing off where we left off. Great sentence construction there. Which was in Hobbs Yard. Well, there we go. 5 hours. Just before we go in and see the paint restorer, or fine art restoration, as it says here. So let's have a look. Oh, look, there's a letter on top of there. There's a dumpster. There's Nico. Ah, so we are playing as George right now.
Nico seemed unfazed by the junk and grime. And wow, she was looking great.
Not sure how the two things were connected.
It was the old coin from Adovsky's library.
You
I'd
didn't
forgotten
take it.
to replace it.
You hadn't forgotten, you didn't have time to.
The chain was wrapped around the gate and secured with a tough-looking padlock. I wouldn't have been able to break the chain, or the padlock.
But you might be able to pick up the... no, you can't pick up the crowbar? Okay. Well, let's talk to Nico briefly.
Nico?
What's up?
I want to show you the coin
Sure.
I got.
We need a plan.
Nope.
I think we should talk to Mr. Hobbs.
Indeed.
He's working with Madovsky, and he seems to know a lot about the painting.
Yeah, but I wanted to show you the coin. That was the point of me talking to you. But hey.
What do you think it is, Nico?
I think you have an insatiable habit for collecting things, Georges.
That is utterly true. But then I am a
The
protagonist
van's
in
window
a,
looked like it hadn't been washed for years.
in a point-and-click adventure game, so...
The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
That is disappointing.
The van was held together with rust and dirt.
Yeah. I have been in a fair few cars like that. Oh. Jesus. We get an interior, do we? Well, I presume we're looking at, yeah, the whiskey.
It was the horn.
That'll get you out here because you'll be...
The handbrake looked ineffective, like all the other safety features.
What's that?
It
There.
was the lever to open the hood. I popped open the van's hood.
No idea why, but
I decided to leave the handbrake alone.
are you sure? I'm gonna
It's a
take that
half-empty
whiskey.
bottle of whiskey, or half full, depending on your attitude to life.
Or completely full if
Slasha.
you're a person selling things.
Whiskey. Very strong.
And by that, of course, I mean like half-empty bags of crisps.
Not a sound.
Ah,
The
okay.
horn wasn't working.
Maybe it would work if I looked at the bonnet. I don't want to look at the bonnet right now. Let's investigate the rest of the area
dumpster was
first.
full of garbage.
Now for
The
you,
large dumpster was full of garbage.
you're not going to go crawling through it? That is a shame. A drain pipe. Or you can climb it. To get to that thing at the top. I don't know
Drain
why you'd
pipe
want to.
was more rust than iron. Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid, unless I had a great reason to do so.
You have a great reason to do so. I clicked on the thing. Alright, letterbox, what have you got with that letter on top?
The mailbox read, W. Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. There was a piece of paper sticking out of the mail slot.
I'll pick it up in a second, but look, there's a seagull up there.
The mailbox read, there was a... For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won.
Yeah, of course you did, because you're amazing, George. Well now, let's have a look and see what is inside. Why did you suddenly... Well,
I decided to open the letter.
I wanted to look to see what it said on
Dear
the letter
Mr.
first of all.
Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting. This could come in useful.
What? Oh, that's
The
because I
letter
acted
advised
to.
Mr. Hobbs that no more models would be sent to his address.
Oh, please don't make Nico be a model. That is just bad.
There was a light on up above, and I could hear music playing. Someone had to be home.
Alright, well let's look at the van
It was
bonnet
the
first of
van
all.
hood. It had certainly seen a few bumps. The engine was held together by rust and dirt. Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the horn hadn't made a noise.
Well, yes.
Neither hornpipe was connected to either the battery or the cab.
So we want to do that so we can push the horn so that we can be heard over the sound of your music.
It was the van battery. I needed to hook this up to the horn somehow. A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. None of the wires were connected to anything. It was the van's engine. I didn't really have any reason to sabotage it. It was the van's engine. It was the van's engine. It was the van's engine.
Still same bit.
It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood.
Oh, are you
Two
the other
wires
one
hung
over
loose
here?
from it. It was one of two horns in the
Yep.
van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two
All right.
wires hung loose from it. A loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn. A loose wire hung from the left-hand horn.
Well,
If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the wires from the cab.
how fortunate that we... Oh, we used that wire, did we? That is a shame. Alright, what if we try clipping off?
That was never going to happen.
No? Okay.
A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. Many of the wires seemed to lead nowhere.
Then
A
pull
bundle of
them
wires
off.
came into the engine.
Or snip them off. I mean, I don't really want to be using the paperclip
That was
for it.
almost a great idea. Almost.
Alright. Let's use the paperclip
Nope.
on the loose one.
I needed to
No?
try something else.
Oh, wow, that surprises me. Alright.
Nico?
See if you've got anything else to add.
So, how do we do this?
How about you try?
That's a good idea.
I'm sorry I clicked to skip over that amazing line, but hey. Maybe there's some wire in here.
Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes.
We'll take the wires. Oh.
George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Oh my god.
You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered.
Oh, you're not looking at me, are you?
I require your presence a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
And you.
Those aren't the words you mean to say, are they?
That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
You got it.
Alright, well I want the wires, thank you.
I had found just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire.
There we go. Oh, they used the
It
same
was the
thing.
old piece of wire that I'd found in the junk pile.
Yeah, it was.
It was the old piece of wire that I'd found in the junk pile.
Oh, you're not going to say it was the other piece of wire I found in the junk pile. I am disappointed.
The engine bay was a mess.
Yep. Loose wires.
I used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
There we go. I mean,
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
but now I'm missing a piece of wire there to connect the two together, right? Alright, well we'll leave this. We'll go and try the front door. Because I don't think anybody is going to answer. And then I might have to go back to the junk. Or, it might be in the dumpster, I suppose. 90 bar beans.
I don't think Hobbs can hear us.
Oh my goodness, it's almost
It was
like
a
that
thick
thing that
metal
I said
security
was
door.
exactly what was meant to be
Hobbs
going
clearly
on.
took his security seriously. Climbing drain pipes was something I
Alright.
preferred to avoid. Unless I had a great reason to do so.
Of course you did. As I said earlier, because I clicked on it.
The large dumpster was full of garbage.
Wires of garbage. Have we got any more wire in here?
A pile of paint, wire, and other junk. There was nothing else of interest in the junk.
That is a shame.
There was nothing.
Alright, well. Let's just press the button and see what happens.
The horn wasn't working. The horn wasn't working.
But I had connected the horn to the battery. Hadn't I? Had I not done that, did I disconnect it and connect it somewhere else? There's the battery terminal, there's the horn. Alright, how many places can I attach this wire? So I can attach it to the terminal, battery terminal. I can attach it to the loose wire. Wow.
I used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
Right, that's the same thing that I did before. Oh, I didn't actually mean to click that. I suppose I can pour whiskey all over it. No?
Happen.
I thought it might work as a degreaser. Alright, so...
I needed a better idea.
No, you didn't. Right. So you're the wire
I
coming...
connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Right, okay. So they are now connected. Then what I want to do is connect... I mean, that's not going to
I
work.
used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
Because now there's no wire across those two. Do I have anything? None of those are particularly conductive.
There was too much wire. That was the long and short of it.
Nice. Because now...
The wire was just long enough to connect the battery to the horn.
Awesome. And then that... Oh, I might have to tie it.
That wire wasn't long enough to reach between the two horns.
Alright. But that one is. That one... Yeah, that's long enough. And the short wire can connect those
I
two.
connected the wires from the cab to the horn. Everything was wired up. The horn had power.
There we go, lovely. Now let's press the horn so that you can hear me over the sound of... Well, you can hear me knocking, so to speak, over the sound of your music.
I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
Who is beeping my horn?
Alright, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now what are you doing in my yard?
I mean, I really want to tell you about the modelling agency, but I got a drink.
You wouldn't want to see it.
Yeah, you would.
Mr. Hobbs, let me just show you this.
Get lost.
Ah, damn it. Alright.
Well, that could have gone better.
Alright.
He's
Looks
not
like-
exactly the friendliest of characters.
I don't want to go through all of them just to see that, because I'm going to have to click the thing and do the beep beep and do that. Oh, how boring that'll be.
I decided to give it another blast.
So we're going to do talkings. This time the talking points at the top. And
For
ignore
crying
all
out
the...
loud, will you leave my van alone?
No.
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs.
Tell me about restoration.
Hello there. We'd like to discuss some restoration work with you.
Then make an appointment. I'm busy.
Oh my god.
This
You're...
Hobbs guy doesn't exactly like visitors.
There must be some angle we can use to talk our way inside.
I know what it is, and I hate it. Well, no, I suppose I am doing this game a disservice by suspecting that it
I
is
decided to
Nico
give it another
immediately.
blast.
It could be George.
You two again? What is it this time?
Well, this time I'm with the modelling agency.
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up.
There we go, that got us in. Not going to say anything about that, Nico?
Well, that worked. But he thinks we're models.
All the better to take a look around and find out what he knows about the painting. And to see if that portfolio really has got La Malediccio in it.
La Malediccio.
About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best Belle Epoque floozy.
Well, strangely progressive. Or happily progressive, I guess. I want to have both of
That's
them.
perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio.
I assume this is the portfolio.
It was the same folder that Madovsky had taken from his cupboard. It was the only lead to the painting we had. I needed to look inside. But Hobbs was watching it like a hawk.
Right, are you an angry drunk, sir? Do I want to make you...
A variety of liquor bottles, all empty.
So putting the half down there, I mean, I don't want to get him so drunk that he passes
A variety
out.
of liquor bottles, all empty.
Because I want to be able to do this
The fuse box was emitting a sinister buzzing sound.
I want to be
Should
able
have
to
been
do
done
this
years
without him
ago.
realizing it's happened.
I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
Oh.
A well-worn stool sat in the corner. I didn't need to sit. It was time for action. It was a solid warehouse door. I had no need to walk out onto the balcony. It was the way out back down to the yard.
Well, we're going to take it and just leave Nico here, because that's the kind of person we are. Oh my god. You can just go outside. Alright. So there must be things to do outside, I guess.
Hobbs had loosely sketched a young couple and an elderly lady sitting next to an overturned picnic basket. The three characters were naked. Behind them, two men in suits were chatting. Hobbs had loosely... The three characters were...
Thermostat.
looked older than the building itself.
We'll turn it up so that you can get naked in relative comfort.
Hey! Leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
Sorry. I turned the thermostat down again.
That is disappointing. Oh, a
An old
stereo.
record player and amp. The only thing in the room not covered in paint.
What you listening to?
Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years. Burroughs, Dick, Rand. Hobbs liked his literature heavy and paranoid.
What about his
Hobbs
vinyls?
seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams. The record had stopped. It was Jasmine Breeze by the Hairy Lobsters.
Wasn't that the name of the band that the other guy was involved in?
Hobbs seemed to... The stereo was switched off. Adjusting the volume wasn't going to make any difference.
Yes, it was.
I turned the volume up a few notches. I turned the volume down again.
Alright, for right now we want it off, just because I don't want to be listening to that all this time. We can go behind the screen. Ooh, a negligee for George, I assume. Let's go up the stairs. I mean, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Oh, you! Get down from there, it's private.
Oh, sorry.
Alright. Well, let's start by adding the whiskey to the bottles.
It didn't seem quite right.
Something was wrong? Alright.
Hobbs was the very picture of the booze-soaked artist.
What are you
Excuse
painting?
me, Mr. Hobbs.
Oh, what do you want? You're supposed to be sprawled naked on that rug with the family jewels out.
Yeah, well, about that. Could I just ask you a couple of questions first?
Blow me. A model who's shy and chatty. It must be my birthday.
I mean, no. I want to know about the unfinished painting work that you've got there, first of all, please.
But I thought you were a restorer. But you're working on this painting from scratch.
Well, yeah. Look, some clients want a painting that they don't own, restored from scratch, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
No, I don't.
You
Don't worry,
mean
sunshine. Ignorance is bliss.
you're stealing things from other people? The intellectual property? Would you like a rich tea
Cookie,
biscuit?
Mr. Hobbs?
Biscuit?
Oh, don't mind if I do. Rich tea. No bourbons?
Afraid not.
Jammy Dodgers?
Sorry.
Stroopwafel?
No, it's just the way I walk.
I do not know what stroopwafel is. How about a
Mr.
cockroach?
Hobbs, meet Trevor.
Who's
He's my
Trevor?
travelling pal.
My cockroach. Take a look.
Difficult childhood, eh? Well, don't take it out on me.
Would you like a
Showing that
paperclip?
to Hobbs wasn't going to get me anywhere.
What about the
Showing
shredded
that to
letter?
Hobbs was not a good idea.
No. How about a
Showing
coin?
that to Hobbs wasn't going to get me anywhere.
What about the safety
I didn't
matches?
think you'd be interested.
What about the various...
Showing that to Hobbs wasn't going to get
No,
me anywhere.
you don't want to know about the clues that I found that point to your boss? No?
Showing that to Hobbs was not a good idea.
What about the
It's
eau
a
de
little musty in
toilette?
here. Do you mind if I spray some of this around?
Brett! Good Lord, man! Put it away! It'll strip the paint off me canvas!
That's awesome.
I have a letter for you, Mr. Hobbs.
From the model agency. Bane in my life, models. Speaking of which, why have you still got your clothes on?
Do you know a Russian called Medovsky?
You know Medovsky?
Everyone in the London art scene knows Medovsky.
Yeah, don't they just?
And everyone in the London art scene who likes their kneecaps knows when to keep their trap shut.
I was talking to you.
Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
What now?
I guess I was going to talk to you about no nudity.
Yeah, about this naked, sprawling...
Oh, what's up? Afraid of the shrinking effects of a cold warehouse?
No, it's just...
First time? A little embarrassed? Well, if it helps, we can all get naked.
No, definitely not.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
Why?
Let the monkey see the nuts.
We had a saying in the Stobart family. If a job's worth doing, then do it with your pants on.
That is a horrible saying. Hey, what about La
I hear you
Maledictory?
did the restoration of that painting that got stolen recently in Paris?
I might have. It's a fine piece. You can smell the pain in every brushstroke.
Alright, okay. Do you want some whiskey?
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
Thanks, but I've already got a glassful.
Oh, I hadn't
It was
noticed
a
that
full
down there.
glass of whiskey.
Hey, I'm still drinking that.
Alright. I don't think I've got anything here. I suppose I could light a
I only
match.
had a few matches. Using one now probably wasn't a good idea.
No? I mean, I was gonna just light it on fire.
Hi, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to take a look at some of your pictures. You're very good.
I know, and that portfolio is private. I'm not paying you to gawp around my studio. Get your blooming clothes off!
Alright,
Sorry.
one last thing. I'm going to talk to Nico. See if she's got anything fun and exciting to say here.
Hey, Nico, got any ideas?
We need to take a look inside that folder.
Yes, I know.
Right, you two. Less of the gabbing. I've got work to do.
And do your work, man.
Nico played the part of Hobbs's muse perfectly. I have to admit I felt a twinge of jealousy.
You never needed her as a oh no, Trevor. I think you were going in the whiskey guy. You never needed her as a muse, George. She was your
Putting
partner
anything
in
other than
crime.
good whiskey in a man's glass would be a pretty low thing to do.
Which is why you put the cockroach in there.
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
No, okay, so that gets you the
Thanks, but I've
same.
already got a glassful.
Alright, time to get naked. I'm wearing the negligee, I guess.
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont. Oh my. You're...
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself en pelotas. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on lavender.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
No.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life, in every way.
I didn't realize you had noticed that before, George. Okay, let's have a look at the character gallery and see what Piermont. Lady Piermont first appeared in Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. That's number 1 for those of you not following along. She claims an impeccable lineage, and that my blood may be blue, but my flesh is the plump beef of old England. She's not afraid to flaunt it. One thing is certain, she can always be relied upon in a tight spot. Well, we're in a tight spot. It's time to talk to you and see what we can have going on.
It was Lady Piermont. We'd met before.
Different voice actress.
Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
I mean, I tried that already, but maybe I need...
Any more life-changing surprises, I decided against exploring behind the screen.
You're meant to go behind the screen to change, George. Is the whiskey glass? It's still half full. Alright. Well... Hey, I guess... if I turn the stereo on and the thing, maybe it'll make the lights go off?
I turned the volume up a few notches.
Alright, now let's leave it.
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Okay.
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heating.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
My God.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
No.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
Well, I mean, it's turned up, is it not? Yeah, you finished.
I turned the thermostat up as far as it would go. I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
I mean, you could mess around with the...
I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
Really? I mean, you can top up his whiskey now.
How about another whiskey? Not bad if I do.
I mean, am I trying to make you drunk? Well, let's go up the stairs and try and get the lift going as well, which might break the electric somehow. Oh, no creaking. Or can you not hear the creaking over the sound of the stereo that I did?
Up on the balcony was a heavy door. It was locked. I wondered what was behind the door.
It's probably an
It was
exit.
the elevator control panel.
Oh no. Alright, we'll use it.
Oh, you! Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
That's what I'm
Blowing
trying
the
to
power
do.
would certainly have distracted Hobbs. But the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system.
Alright, but... Alright, I've got the music on, I've got the thermostat up, and I've got the lift going.
Oh, you! Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
The
Yeah, what...
elevator on its own wasn't going to blow the power.
So do I need to have Lady Piermont stand on the elevator? I want that down so that people can do stuff with it.
Oh, you! Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
The elevator on its own wasn't going to blow the power.
Do I need to also sabotage the stall somehow? So that when he stands on it to try and fix the fuse, he falls over. Clonks his head and we can look at the thing.
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
Yep.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
Hey, you want some whiskey?
How about a shot of this, Lady Piermont?
Oh, no, dear. I don't touch the stuff.
Yes, you do.
Reminds
All
me of
right,
husband
okay.
number 5. Or was it 6? Terrible
Well,
God,
all right,
anyway.
maybe you have a more
I'm
refined
strictly
palate.
a gin girl. Ice and a slice and a whiff of tonic.
All right, hey, look at
What
this
do you think
coin.
of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
What about this
Did I
exciting
tempt you with a
biscuit?
cookie, Lady
A
Piermont?
biscuit, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
could tempt me with many things, George. But a half-eaten rich tea is not one of them.
What about
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Trevor?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
Oh, but I got you to say it twice. Shredded
What do you think of
letters.
this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
I'm stuck in a dialogue
Piermont
loop.
wouldn't be interested. What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
How about some brute?
Would you
Sorry,
like a sniff of
Brett.
this?
I'd rather not. Gives me 70s flashbacks.
All right. Well, how are
So
you
what have
doing,
been up
Lady
to
Piermont?
since our
Are you
last
okay?
encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Helping
Young
out the
men,
needy.
George.
Yeah.
So many have lost their way. I try to guide them best I can.
What about
How did
Hobbs?
you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
You can't
Wheresoever a
want the
Bohemian
money.
needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
What about the
Lady
left?
Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Leisure domain?
Actually, I just need you to step on that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course.
Alright, but I want to talk to you about the other things as well.
Is this good, George darling?
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
Alright, but I want to talk to you still.
Lady Piermont was poised on the elevator platform.
No, I can't. Oh, that's disastrous. I will never know what you know about La Maledictio. Oh, the portfolio Kansas thing. So instead, I will turn on this thing and break it.
Oh, not again.
Quick. Yeah, there we go.
I was too late to catch a look at the portfolio.
Water of Life? Oh, that was not a character. Of course it wasn't. It was an achievement. Oh. Open Medici secret drawer. Got Hobbs drunk. Oh, you're drunk now, are you? So you're going to be violent. Cool.
Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
Hold your horses, will you? We could chat in the pub once I've finished this.
Hobbs was really drunk.
So if I do it again now, is he just going to fall off the stool?
I didn't need to sit. It was time for action.
Right, and the action being sitting. I don't think I've got anything, so yeah, let's just go and use the lift again. I mean, Lady Piermont is standing absolutely stock still, which is interesting. Stop it, you bloody fool.
Now was my chance.
Yeah. I know. That's why I did that. Ooh. Somebody with a bottom.
More of Hobbs' sketches. The model looked familiar.
Is that her? I want to go to the previous page, actually.
Impressionist sketches. Well, it wasn't La Malediccio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros. There was something different about the image in the center.
Was it upside down?
I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck are you doing with those? They're private papers.
Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough.
No.
So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of La Malediccio.
I told you I just restored it. That's what I do. Restore paintings.
And these sketches?
Studies done during the restoration. Nothing more. I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Oh, you know his name.
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
Oh, because of the band connection, of course. Soft.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, we just need to
I
know
get
these
that,
things.
and I'll help you however I can. But this mess is way above my pay grade.
Alright, well, tell me about these rich tea biscuits.
I knew he wouldn't be interested.
Alright. If you're not going to talk to me, talk to Trevor.
I was sure he didn't want to see it. He probably wouldn't care.
It's a paperclip. Everybody wants to know
I
that.
was sure he didn't want to see it.
What about a coin?
He probably wouldn't care.
I knew he would care about whiskey.
I didn't think he'd be interested.
I knew he would be interested in whiskey.
I
Absolutely.
was sure he didn't want to see it. I didn't think he'd be interested. I was sure he didn't want to see it.
Tell me what you want, or I'm gonna
He wouldn't want
de
to see
toilet
it.
you. Alright, what about the
I've
sketch?
just taken the sketch from Hobbs's portfolio. Now wasn't the time to hand it back.
But you're not handing it back. You're saying, hey, what's going on? Yeah, who are the sketches of?
How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The
Yeah.
Serpent is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext. A lot of symbols.
What symbols?
Tell me about the symbols in La Maledizio.
Very Christian, deeply religious, but not exactly orthodox.
The sort of thing that would upset a priest? There was one at the gallery telling everyone how evil it was.
As I said, it's not exactly orthodox, and the church can be very touchy about orthodoxy. Especially now they can't just burn anyone they disagree with.
Oh, what a tragically enlightened time we live in.
Why would anyone want to steal La Maledizio? It's not exactly a famous painting.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to describe. There's conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The symbolism is deeply religious.
Well, I've only got one other thing to talk to you about, and that's
We have
Medovsky.
reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Maledizio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
You'll have a hard time proving that.
No, we won't. We've got
Medovsky has a
hard
full set
evidence of it.
provenance
Strong
for the
evidence,
painting.
we said.
It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Medovsky mention him?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
I suppose the
And we
sketches...
have a critic to interrogate.
The sketches aren't of Lane's
Someone's
wife.
lying.
Not Lane,
With who?
sorry, Henri's
Is
wife,
it the
are they?
gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
You both need to head
What
back
about
for
the
that.
evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask him about the provenance.
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Taxi?
You can't tell anybody about the clues you found because that will indicate you've been out of the country. Nico's got to be there for the reconstruction as well because she was there at the time of the killing. Let's go back to Bijou. Are you there? I want to see your bottom. And if you've got any interesting marks on it.
Bijou? This is George Stobart from the insurance company.
Does you in?
There! Yes!
Fortunately, Lane wasn't there. I wondered if Bijou could tell me anything new.
Oh, yes.
George, good to see you.
She's drunk. Oh, she's been drinking. Alright, 1 second. First of all, Henri's there. Hello, buddy.
Henri looked very much at peace. Henri looked very much at peace.
Secondly, it's a bottom. I came all the way from England to see a
I
bottom.
looked closely. A distinct birthmark could just be seen on Bijou's behind.
Now, I want to talk to you, Bijou, about distinct bottoms.
Hello again, George. You neglected me yesterday, you naughty boy.
I was in London.
Oh, how exciting! I love London. Tell me all about it.
Maybe another time. I have some questions I need to ask you first.
I'm investigating Henri's murder, and I need to get to the bottom of it. Because bottoms, you understand? How about Rich Stevens?
Why is it broken?
I was feeding it to a cockroach.
I think perhaps I'll pass.
Yep, I think we covered all of these things before, but we haven't done the coin.
Sure she didn't want to see it.
We also haven't done
She
Hobbs's
probably wouldn't
sketch.
care.
I'm not going to show you the whiskey because I want to do that after I've talked about alcohol and stuff. How's the
Did
gallery?
you say you had nothing to do with the gallery?
I did, darling. I don't do paperwork. I model for the artists. I don't sell their paintings.
I'm
Henri?
sure his killer will be found.
It's a cruel world that takes my Henri away from me.
What's the song called?
Jasmine, by the Airy Lobsters. Before your time, I'm sure.
Yes.
It's a band that
I was going to say, but Henri was in it.
They got to #2 in the Swedish charts.
Big time, huh?
I mean, that's not horrible. I'd sell for a #2 in the Swedish charts.
I'm guessing you've had a few drinks since hearing the news.
Oh, just a little dry sherry. To calm the nerves. To make the nightmare go away.
You mean the news of her husband dying a couple of days ago? Yes, I imagine she has had something to drink between now and then.
Do you know the owner of La Malediccio, a Mr. Medovsky?
I had nothing to do with all that, I told you.
Alright. But what about
You
bottoms?
said you didn't recall who painted that picture.
You know how it is. So many artists.
Wasn't it Wilfred Hobbs who painted this one?
Might have been. I don't recall him. Do you mind if we talk about something else?
Oh, no, I would like to
Is
talk
there
more
anything
about your
else you can
bottom.
Tell me about the painting.
Not really. I was young and beautiful.
Come on, George. Say something like, you might not be as young as you were, but you're still just as beautiful, or something
So,
equally.
the painting.
I'd rather not talk about it anymore.
Yeah, romantic's the wrong word for that, but okay. Alright, how about whiskey?
I figured Bijou had had enough to drink already.
Alas.
I knew. Hey, this might cheer you up. Say hello to Trevor.
I might add the cockroach to the coffin.
Cockroach?
I prefer the word pal.
And I prefer the word pest.
Travelling
Please never show it to me
companion.
again.
Too late. I've shown it to you twice now.
She probably wouldn't care. I knew she wouldn't. I didn't. Does this smell good to you?
It's heavenly, isn't it? Oh, he loved it.
Bye for now.
Yep.
Bye.
Is that Henri there? Because I'm not sure it looks like it.
Please don't touch my things.
That's the music box again, yeah.
Please don't touch my...
Alright. I guess I'm gonna leave then. Oh. First of all, I'm gonna try putting a cockroach in with Henri.
That was almost a great idea. Almost.
Well, I guess I need it later, but hey. Alright. Time to leave and go elsewhere. Oh,
The Bois de Boulogne was just across the road.
what the Boulogne?
The Bois de Boulogne was just across the road.
Alas, I do not know that. Alright, so there are so many places we can go. I think the least interesting place to go is going to be Vera Security. So let's go there.
I arrived back at the shopping arcade.
It's still closed. Let's talk to a person whose name I can't remember. Bassam, there we go. See if he knows anything about what's going on here.
Hey, Bassam, how's business?
Good to see you, George.
Is it much better?
Gotta say, the new branding's hitting the demographic right between the eyes.
Awesome.
Sold
Glad I
anything?
could help out.
This is a soft market, George. Look to the margins. Look to the margins.
So that's a no. Alright. Look at this
I didn't
coin.
think the Sam would have anything to add.
Look at this
You like
whiskey.
whiskey? I'm afraid it's a cheap brand.
No.
Oh. What
I
about
didn't
obviously
think there was
sketch?
much point.
Really? What
What's
about
your
this
latest
stall?
bargain?
Bargain? I prefer the word incentivizer, George.
You can
Look
choose
at the
whatever you
store.
want.
Something for everyone, and everything for someone.
I mean, that's certainly a thing that you can be talking about while I ban this person, but hey.
Any other bargains?
Got a batch of phone covers.
Let me guess. Rhinestones?
Got it in one.
Nice. Rhinestone. Well, good guessing rather than them actually looking good. I don't think I've got anything else to talk to you about right now. Do I go back to Nico's place and confront the old man? I think I do. The old man first, then the gallery.
It was good to be back in Rue Jarry.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
entrance to the flower shop was partly obscured by plants and decays.
you can go into the flower shop. Let's buy some flowers for Nico before we go up. Hey? Oh,
Ah, a customer.
it's you,
Oh,
the
it's
psychic.
Fleur?
you. Come in, come in.
Last time I met Fleur, she was selling flowers from
Yeah,
a
that's
street stall.
great that
Things
she's
had clearly gone
made
very
her
well
way
for her
up.
since then.
Alright, well, we'll look at that in just a second.
It was a small trolley. It was a small trolley.
I'm trying to remember what advice she gave me last time.
There were boxes stacked
It was
along
about
the wall.
the
They were all
flowers to
labeled.
give Nico. She said, don't give them because
were
they are the
boxes
symbol of
stacked along the
death.
wall.
So it
They
must
were
have
all
been lilies, I guess.
It was the door to the back of Fleur's shop.
Oh, a stereo.
Fleur's classics were blaring out into the street. The woman was engrossed in her knitting. I decided against wandering into the back of Fleur's shop. It would have been a little rude.
Rude isn't it's against the law, not rude. Alright, Fleur, what have you got to say for yourself? Back in the days of Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, Fleur ran a flower stall. She was a psychic. George described her as a cheery old soul you'd see the kind you cross the street to avoid. Yes, he did. Now that she's got her own flower shop, and she watches the world go by, generous and feeling and surprisingly helpful, she likes to dabble with fortune telling. Yep. I'm not reading well today, but hey. Alright, Fleur, tell us what you got to tell us.
Hi, Fleur.
Georges, welcome. The young lady you're looking for is not at home.
How did you...
No, I have the gift.
You saw her
Did
leaving.
Nico tell you I might be stopping by?
No, but I was expecting you nonetheless.
Oh,
Fleur
fortune
was the
tellers.
best and probably the only psychic florist in Paris.
Yeah, that's a very interesting combination of careers there, which, you know, might be an interesting thing to try and exploit. Alright, so Fleur, tell me, how have you been doing?
So, Fleur, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Georges. Though truth be told, my hip has been playing up again.
Get
And I
ya.
have a funny feeling about the number 12.
But apart from that, nothing new?
No, that is all.
You don't want to tell me about this amazing shop that you're in now.
Can you read my palm?
Georges, please, that is ridiculous. Give me a lock of your hair and a toenail clipping. Then we can talk.
I'll pass, thanks.
Why?
Suit yourself.
You've got nail clippers. Do it, George. Do it, do it, do it. But
Is
First of
this
all, have a
witch tea
biscuit.
cookie anything special?
Biscuit.
It's seen better days.
And what about my travelling
I have
companion?
This matchbox. Anything peculiar about it?
It has a cockroach inside.
Yeah. He's called Trevor.
He prefers the name Boris, you know.
Well, I think you'll find that's his patronymic. What can you tell me about this paperclip?
It's going to become redundant in a digital world.
Wow. Words of wisdom there. Don't be a paperclip in a digital world.
Does this shredded letter mean anything to you?
It means it was shredded.
I'm getting the word recycling.
Can you tell me anything about this coin?
I could, but then you'd know as much as me.
And?
I can't give away all my secrets, Josh.
No, alas, Jameis, 300 bits for a bad game does not do anything. I mean, I'm not sure what bad thing it could do to me aside from crash. So there we have it. Also, pretty sure you can't give me 300 bits. Ha ha ha, I dodged your thing by not yet being an affiliate. Now, what was I thinking of? Oh yes, I was thinking of Fleur and her sayings. Fleur was just saying, I can't tell you everything, and that's the thing. In order to get ahead in the world, you need to know two things. One, don't tell anybody everything you know. And two,
Anything you can tell me about this whiskey bottle?
Not a spirit world I'm familiar with, Josh.
spirits, you're hilarious.
Do these sketches mean anything to you?
Take them away, George. They have the taint of death on them.
Are you serious?
I mean it. Take them away.
Well, I mean, that's interesting.
What can you tell me about these matches?
With these, you can create fire.
You can.
Are you getting any vibes from this note?
No.
She probably wouldn't care. Can you tell me anything about this eau de toilette?
It's cheap, smells bad, and belongs to a man.
Gee, thanks.
Alright, now on to the topic of all conversation.
So, the young woman I'm looking for.
Nico lives next door.
Yeah, she's not in?
No, I believe she has gone out.
Did the tea leaves tell you that?
No, I saw her leaving a while ago.
Yep.
Speak to you later.
Not if I speak to you first, George.
I believe you also said that in the first game. Alright, well, I don't know why I would come in here. I haven't learned anything, really.
The door was locked. I remembered Nico said she was having lunch with Ronnie.
She can't. I mean, oh my god. I want to do a reconstruction, but not with all of the people who was there, because that would be pointless. No, I thought I... Huh. Alright. How do I leave this space? Do I have to go this way? Alright, okay. Oh my god. Alright, okay, I must have been moving the screen infinitesimal millimeters, or pixels, I guess. Here I am, ready to do my thing.
Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, I could see lots of activity. Nave preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt.
What can we see in the office window?
Through the glass, I could see Henri's office.
Is anybody in there? No.
Through the glass, I could see Henri's office.
Yay!
The waiter stared
Mr.
passively
Tricolor.
in the distance. Hi.
Monsieur?
Coffee,
I'll take a
please.
coffee.
I don't think so.
What?
The coffee you desire, monsieur, is not served here.
Well, how do you know what coffee I desire?
Because I look into your eyes, monsieur, into your very soul, and I see.
Is that right? So what exactly do you see?
I see a tall glass of milky macchiato, sprinkled with chocolat, with a long spoon, and a biscuit on the side.
Wow.
Mm.
That's exactly what I want.
And it is precisely what you will not get. In my café, monsieur, I serve only café noir in teeny cups.
You know what? Suddenly I'm not thirsty anymore.
I'm not a fan of coffee myself. I'd rather go for a hot chocolate if we're going for a hot drink of that variety. And even then, not very often.
So nobody else was here at all?
No, monsieur. I think the police tape is putting my customers off.
I'm not sure how that joined together, but alright. Hey,
I didn't think he'd be interested.
I don't care. I wanted to show him the death-tainted things, sketches instead.
What do you
Hopefully
think
some of the
this
death taint
coin?
will rub off on him.
If you wanted to tip me, monsieur, you could at least pay me in euros. Or better still, franc.
The franc is not accepted anywhere.
Whiskey?
You offer me cock of the glen, monsieur? Have you no shame?
You're not traditionally enemies with them.
I didn't think the waiter would be interested. I knew he wouldn't be interested.
I didn't know that.
He wouldn't want to see it. Rich tea cookie?
Mmm, half-eaten biscuits.
Ah, the biscuit that dare not speak its name. Save it for your English friends, monsieur.
Not all of us English people like it. But hey,
I didn't think the waiter would be interested. What can you tell me about this?
it's a Vera security
I'm
notice.
afraid that I know nothing about that.
Oh well. What about nail clippers?
He probably wouldn't care.
What if I spray this on
What do
you
you
and
think
you
of this
stink?
Brett?
It makes me feel strange. My mother used to wear it.
Your mother? But it's for men.
It was the 60s, monsieur, when girls were like boys, were like girls.
Alright boys, always should be something you really love. Oh. Yes. There's a robot. That's a robot in the windows. That is Joey from Beneath a Steel Sky.
Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Nave.
Sir, I already tried starting it up. I think it's broken.
Nonsense, Moo. This machine has the power of 10 investigators.
But investigators never fail to start up, sir.
Yeah, they
Your
do.
pessimism is duly noted,
Sometimes
Moo.
they just don't want to get out of bed. Trust me on this.
But have faith. This machine will analyze the scene, compute the data, and deduce everything for us. The location of the second shooter will be a mystery no more.
There is no second shooter. Oh, because of the
One moment.
pizza stain.
A marvel indeed, sir. Though at the moment it is kaput.
Your pessimism has obviously infected the circuitry, Moo. Let me think for a moment.
If I could just...
Shh. Eh bien, Moo, now try realigning the laser matrix.
Nah, mate. Nah, what you want to do is
Sir,
reverse the
I have
flow
no
of
idea
the
what it is.
reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. Yeah.
Now, let me see. Oscillating reverberator? Check. Refraction spectrometer? Check. Now, what can I do? Ah, Monsieur Stobart, it's only you. Glad you could finally make it.
There are two other people
Inspector.
who were in here who
I've
are
got
not
some
here.
good news and some bad news.
Oh, yes? I shall be the judge of that.
I think I know who the killer is.
Really?
Yep, he's a gardener called Shears living in London.
Fascinating. And the good news?
We don't need to do your reconstruction.
You joke with me, Monsieur Stobart.
It's not a joke. This guy Shears was working for a Russian ex-mobster. It's all part of a highly complex fraud.
Gardeners, KGB,
Who
fraud.
said KGB?
You are a fantasist, monsieur. And I have no time for fantasy.
I am not a
Reality
fantasist.
is my suitcase.
I am an
as you Americans say.
insurance
Now,
investigator.
stand over there and keep out of trouble until the others arrive.
Well, who are we waiting for?
Mademoiselle Collard and Father Simeon, please. I am very busy.
Wow, I'm amazed that you're
oh,
actually
a
calling
clever
everybody
choice.
back.
But no cigar for you. Try the red.
Mon Dieu!
I'm interested in that machine.
It was pointless trying to get a closer look at the machine while Navet and Moo were tinkering with it.
No, it wasn't. Oh, what happens if I try the
I
door?
needed to speak to Lane about the provenance before I left.
Oh, but I wanted to, you know,
It was
leave
Sergeant
and see
Moo.
what happened.
He looked flustered. Probably because he was being shouted at.
Can I talk to you, Moo?
Excuse me.
Please, monsieur, I'm a little busy.
Wow.
It was Inspector Navet.
The mustache movement and
Inspector
the
Navet, may I ask you
actual
some
sounds
questions?
coming out did
You
not
must
match
wait,
up.
monsieur. I am extremely busy.
Sure, it can wait.
Somebody left the champagne out.
The bust stared haughtily at me. I wondered who it was modeled on.
I wondered if you might put two and two together this time and like go, oh, it is a bust of Bijou. But it's not, is it?
The tag said 60 grand. Wow, nice work if you can get it.
No, and you haven't got the thing on that. Alright, time to speak to Lane. Oh, wait a second. Can I pull out the plug? That's awesome.
Nave's machine was plugged in.
No, it wasn't.
If I pulled the plug out, I'd just get Nave even more worked up. I decided to bide my time and wait for the right moment.
Oh, but it would have been fun to do. Alright, Lane, it's time to talk about provenances.
It was Hector Lane. I couldn't decide if he was amused or angry.
He was Hector Lane,
Lane.
which could be both of them.
Stobart.
Hey, what do you think of this grabby
What's the deal
machine?
with that device over there?
It's a farce. They've been trying to get it working for hours.
Looks like something out of a 50s sci-fi movie.
It probably is.
What do you think of
What do you
Nave?
think of Nave?
The man is a buffoon.
Okay.
I have better things to do than wait for these idiots to get their forensic whatnot to work. The only silver lining is that Navet seems more annoyed than I am.
What about Moo?
What do you think of Moo?
Who?
The policeman with Nave.
I assume he's another idiot.
Why's that?
I believe one can tell a man by the company he keeps.
I'll bear that in mind, Mr. Lane.
I guess you must be a young lady then.
I gather you're the man to ask about the provenance for the painting.
For La Maledictio? Well,
Maledictio.
you have been busy, haven't you, Stobart?
I'd like to see it.
Indeed, it is
So speak
the
to
Blue
Bijou.
Lizard.
She took care of the business side of the gallery. The provenance is in the office safe. She has the key.
Really?
Lane was a pushover when you had him cornered. Though it looked like Bijou hadn't been completely honest
I
with
was
him.
going to
after
say,
all.
Bijou was saying she
I
had
need to
nothing
get
to
paid
do
her
with the
another
business.
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Sir, I think we are ready to fire her up.
Come on, arson! Arson!
Yes.
Now that you've said that, I want irony. Don't know why they called it the Blue Lizard. I guess because they had pictures of blue lizards they wanted to sell.
What have you done?
Pardon me, sir, but I believe it was you who said,
This is no time for blame. You have broken the machine.
Mon Dieu.
Well, alright, time to leave. Are you gonna stop me from going?
Stobart.
You are.
Monsieur Stobart, you will not leave until this is over. Understood?
But I just need to...
This is a reconstruction. You will remain here until I have concluded my investigations. Do I make myself clear?
Okay, clear.
Alright then. Looks like I am gonna...
And it would have been silly to risk my investigation.
I skipped a
Better
line of
play along
dialogue
with
by
Nave
mistake.
and get the reconstruction over as quickly as possible.
Really? What I was thinking was entirely the opposite thing. I was going to pull the plug out.
If I pulled the plug out, I'd just get Nave even more worked up. I decided to bide my time and wait for the right moment.
Cambodia, you say? Is it a art gallery? A picture frame shop? Ooh. Well, that is an interesting thing. I assume they didn't have a murder there which went on to detail supernatural powers. Because that's generally what's involved in George Stobart's line of investigation. Something that seems to be ordinary, but turns out to
Monsieur
be.
Stobart, please remain within the main gallery.
Alright, then... What, do I talk to you? Do I get you drunk with the half-eaten bottle of whiskey? Do I perhaps throw a cockroach at you? Alright, can I talk to you?
Inspector Nave.
Ooh. A restaurant. Well, there was pizza involved in this murder here. They came in dressed as a pizza delivery boy. So it looks like it's all coming together. Restaurants in France, picture frame shops in Cambodia. What could the connection be? Well, tell me about the machine.
What seems to be the problem?
Monsieur Stobart, if Paris' finest cannot get this very expensive and very complex machine to work, then I doubt if an insurance salesman can.
I'm an insurance assessor, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, la-di-da to you, monsieur.
Oh, yeah? Well, la-di-da to you back.
Whatever. You are neither qualified nor clever enough to operate such an instrument.
Like us.
What was that, Moo?
I said, unlike us, sir.
Alright, well that was interesting. I would still like to do something with the machine, but perhaps you could tell me something.
Have you been a detective long?
Long enough, monsieur?
At least a week.
You've solved a lot of crimes, I guess.
More than you have had hot dinners?
Well, I've had a lot of hot dinners, Inspector.
Oh, yes? How many?
What?
More than 10?
Precisely how many hot dinners have you had, monsieur?
I don't know. Thousands?
You prove my point for me, monsieur. Precision and accuracy are everything.
You truly are a unique and amazing man, Inspector Nave.
Well, I'm glad you are impressed.
I was sure I could get the machine to work if I could just get Nave out of the way.
Yes. So how do I get Nave out of the way? Nico has the power of being a PC with an inventory pocket? Yes. Or does Henry have the power of being a Nico with an inventory pocket? I'm not sure which interpretation I should take there. Maybe I should talk to Moo.
Excuse me. Not now.
See, your mustache moves when you're speaking, but then the words come out afterwards. Well, I mean, look, I'm going to go back over here and try and unplug it again. Oh, this time it lets me. That's great. Now it's not going to work at all. Now I can come over here and say, hey, it's unplugged. At which point I can use the machine, right?
Inspector Nave. I know this sounds obvious, but are you sure it's plugged in?
Monsieur Stobart, do you really think I would be so stupid as to not check the fundamentals?
We all make mistakes.
What a ridiculous generalization, monsieur. Look, I can see from here it's... Ah.
Do you need assistance, sir?
Very funny, Moo.
Go on, Moo, go over with him.
That got rid of him. Now is my chance.
Yay! Now I can use the machine. I don't know how to use the machine.
I was going to have to figure that out quickly.
Oh, it's one of these when you turn the things... Yep, alright, okay. No, that... Alright. I don't think this works, does it? No. Oh wait, yes it does. Ah! Yeah, look at that! No, I did it on purpose. It's not luck for me. And now they can analyze the pizza stain that's on the floor. Determine it's not a gunshot.
See, Moo? I knew I would get it working.
I'm not sure that you...
Precisely. You knew my superior intellect would win through in the end.
Yes, sir.
Why not just go the whole hog and call this guy Cluso?
Beg your pardon, but I think there is a teeny snag.
Go on.
We have no victim.
Good God, Moo. Are you suggesting I kill someone for the sake of this reenactment?
No, sir. Just saying we need a body, sir.
Ah, yes. I see. You'll make a detective yet, Moo. I, of course, foresaw this, and I nominate... you.
Me? Well, I'm not dead.
Have you ever acted, Monsieur Stobart?
Well, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I went down a storm playing the lead in Cat on a Felt-Tip Roof last summer.
Hmm. You played the cat?
The roof.
No.
So, not the lead. Half-truths again, monsieur. Nevertheless, here is your chance to play a real lead role.
But he looks nothing like the victim, sir.
Oh, damn it, Moo. Must you find problems all the time?
Also, I was a witness, so I can't be the witness and the victim at the same time.
Problem-solving skills could mean a long, long wait. I had to find something to make me more like Henri. I'll have a look around. Maybe I'll find something.
Yes, you do that. Verisimilitude is the key, Stobart.
Oh, God. That's right, there is no chalk outline. Hey, it's Nico. And the
you
priest.
have arrived at last. Please, make yourselves comfortable. We are just making some last-minute adjustments.
Father Simeon, Nico.
Hi, George.
Welcome to the asylum.
Let me guess. Nave is overjoyed we've solved the case and he's putting us up for an award.
Not quite. I told him about Shears and Medovsky. He says it's fantasy.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, we're clearly in a modern-day crime drama, not a fantasy.
So what do we do now?
Carry on anyway, and nail Medovsky.
What about Nave?
Ignore him.
And this charade?
The reconstruction? Well, sooner it starts, sooner it's over.
George, what on earth is that machine?
It's Nave's baby. Supposedly, it's going to analyze the crime scene and tell us what happened.
But we already know what happened.
Sure we do, but Nave doesn't.
Quiet, please! How can I concentrate with all this racket going on?
Lane was right. Nave was an idiot.
CSI deluded. Alright, well, let's have a look at that, shall we? What do you say? Fixed the forensic machine. Wow. Alright, now at 13 of 35. Achievements. I don't know if I'm going to get all the achievements, whether any are missable or whatever. But while we're doing this, let's just save. There we go. Alright. Now I do know, because I have not encountered it in any of the other Broken Swords that have been played, that there is one puzzle that relies on incredibly stupid moon logic. I believe I know this anyway, because of because of the news reports I read around the time this was going on, but this was many, many years ago. I believe it was this one, and not some other game that I've done that I am thinking of, but you're not kidding.
The best place to find Henri's things was in his office.
Indeed. Well done. You're not kidding there, James. No achievement like a story achievement because they are really pointless. And what's even more pointless? That this particular copy of Broken Sword is linked with none of the online engines. So it's not like Steam or GOG or anything. So even if after I get all of the achievements, if I delete all the saves, I won't have any of the achievements anymore. So, hey, there we go. Right, now. Where to find things? There were things hidden down the sofa. Oh. What about on the desk?
It was a lava lamp. Was I for or against? Or just indifferent?
Yep. I know I stunned you with the moon logic thing there. Oh. Yes. There was this, wasn't there?
I opened the compartment again.
Yep. Ugh. Well, at least there's nothing under there, but what do we need for the safe? A key.
I wasn't going to open the safe without the key.
Alright. Maybe I'm not at the right point to do that, because I do not have a key. I have not seen a key. I'm not really sure where I could find a key. Empty bottles.
Empty bottles. The window looked out on the street. Outside, it was quiet.
Maybe you should jump through the window then, George.
A naked lady stared at me seductively. The woman in the picture looked vaguely familiar. On the head of the statue was a pair of Henri's glasses.
Oh,
Maybe,
well, there we go.
Just maybe. The glasses would make me look like Henri.
Well, let's have those.
It was the pair of glasses I'd taken from Henri's statue.
I don't believe paper clips can look like this. No, not plus statue. Not plus noticeable. No. Alright, go away. There's desk. That's
the desk
what
was covered with Henri's junk, and none of it was of any use.
You sure? Look, there's a
The
telephone.
phone
That's
was
not what I was looking at. I was looking at the snow globe. You could pick it up and shake it. Wouldn't that be fun?
Some of the stuff must have been collecting dust since the 70s. Yeah, it was certainly nothing of any use. The desk was covered, and none of it was...
No, I was trying to look at the drawers, actually. Model
A
bus.
1600cc Type 2 VW camper, painted in hippie colors. The poster was for the 1975 Stockholm Summer of Love Festival.
See the Hairy Lobsters Festival Tour. Oh, a pipe.
It was a hookah pipe. Those things gave me a headache.
Alright.
Some of the stuff must have been collecting dust since the 70s.
Junk.
Some of the stuff
No,
must have been
okay, that's
collecting
more
dust since
junk.
the 70s.
Alright, we looked at the CCTV system
The
before.
CCTV camera watched over the gallery, though it no longer seemed to be recording.
Oh, okay. I was hoping that there would be a picture of Henri on there.
Henri's guitar. Poor man would never play it again.
Alright, Jabus, you have fun. And I shall also have fun. See you later.
It was a pretty flamboyant-looking clock. The frame containing pressed flowers.
Alright, if I go outside now and look like Henri with these glasses on. No? Well, let's talk to everybody. See what they have to say.
Hello, Father.
Mr. Stobart, will this take long?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Nave appears to be struggling with the machine.
I'll pray for some divine intervention, then.
If you think that'll help.
The Lord is always listening, George.
Hey, Nico.
Hey, Nico. What's new?
Not much since we last spoke, George.
You had lunch at least. Huh?
Nico looked frustrated. Frankly, I didn't blame her.
Alright, okay. Let's try using these glasses with Navi. Hey, look, I got Henri's glasses. Will this help me pretend to be
I found these
him?
glasses of Henri's.
Stole or found? Never mind. That might just do it. Come on, everyone, into position. I want everyone to stand precisely where they were when the victim died.
I don't know exactly when the victim died. I mean, I know general time. Oh, Josh.
This process is ridiculous.
I agree.
God moves in mysterious ways,
And
Father.
now I can look at the ceiling. Perhaps there's something on the ceiling.
And the devil makes work for idle hands, Mr. Stobart.
Shh! Stobart, you are supposed to be dead. Please be dead more quietly.
I tried to tell Nave the truth about his bloodstain.
Didn't he believe you? You're a man of God.
His faith is in science, Mr. Stobart, not God.
I could talk to Simeon. Or, I mean, I could...
Hobbs had sketched the
Oh.
Ouroboros from La Maledictio, but I didn't remember seeing that face. The Ouroboros was definitely a copy of the one from La Maledictio, but in its center was a face, while the painting in the gallery had shown a tree. Hobbs had either taken some license with the sketch, or he'd found something hidden in the painting.
Or he'd forged the painting, and the one that was stolen was not the real one.
The Ouroboros, but in its center.
Alright, okay. I guess I'm just here to talk to you then.
Father?
Yes, my son.
Do you want to smell this eau de toilette?
Yes, Inspector?
You are fiddling.
I just wanted to show Father Simeon.
Well, don't. You are supposed to be dead. The dead do not move. They do not talk. And they certainly do not fiddle.
That's
So,
not true.
please, stay in character.
Dead move
Important
quite a lot.
science is occurring.
Nave wasn't going to let me show the priest anything, but that wouldn't stop me talking to him.
Alright. So, I guess I will talk to you about the
Do you
machine.
think the machine will give the inspector some insight into Henri's murder?
He will find the answers he seeks, but he asks the wrong questions. This was no ordinary murder.
I mean, you've said that several times, my friend. But hey, there we
Do
go.
you think Inspector Nave will ever figure this out?
I'm not sure, although I'm no expert.
Yeah, neither is he by the looks of it.
Alright, so we've got two things there. We've got La Maledictio and Gnostics. Alright, tell me about the painting, La Maledictio. I mean, you already told me it was horrible and painted by the devil and generally evil in every way,
Last
but
time we
hey.
met, you said the stolen painting was evil.
Let me explain. I'm a Dominican, Mr. Stobart. The Dominican order was founded to seek out and destroy heresy.
Why?
Because heresy is evil.
Okay.
For 1,000 years we have fought against heresy. Indeed, our enemies gave us a nickname, the Hounds of God. Dominicanis, Dominican, you see?
Very clever.
Now this painting, La Maledictio, is without doubt heretical.
Whoa, hold on. How can a painting be heretical?
Because it is filled with Gnostic imagery, and Gnostics are heretics.
What kind of imagery?
Evil imagery. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail. Images of false saints, heretical saints.
So you think the painting itself is evil?
It trails murder in its wake, Mr. Stobart.
And murder is police work, monsieur. Silence, please, both of you.
I'm really not sure that an inanimate object itself can be evil. It's the things we ascribe to them that make them evil. Let's talk about the Gnostics then.
You keep talking about the Gnostics. Who are they?
Yes, you must have mentioned them
They
at
are
least
a
once.
cult, a warped branch of Christianity that reveres Lucifer as equal to, or perhaps greater than, God.
I can see how that might trouble the Vatican.
The Vatican is the least of your worries. Please be quiet.
Perhaps you would like to see a rich tea biscuit.
To be still, stupid.
Sorry.
Stupid! I'm going to do that again.
To be still, stupid.
Sorry.
Stupid! What a great name. Alright then, Ouroboros.
What exactly is it?
It is a Gnostic symbol. It marks something that is hidden.
Oh.
There are trees illustrated within the Ouroboros.
They are.
They symbolize knowledge. So the Ouroboros alludes to hidden knowledge.
Oh, okay,
Painting
that
must
makes
be
a degree of
destroyed
sense from what
to
we've got
stop
here.
this knowledge being revealed.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first set of results completed. Only 36 more to do. Please remain in position while we reset the machine. You may relax and talk amongst yourselves.
Can I actually get up then? No? If I can relax, then would you like some whiskey?
Father. That is of no interest to me.
Alright. I mean, I'm going to show you the thing, probably. The sketches.
That is of no interest to me.
Because that is sketches of Ouroboros.
Take a look at this, Father.
That is of no interest to me.
I'm going to go down all of the things, because I want to hear that is of no interest to me repeatedly. Because it is of interest to me to hear you say that is of no interest to me. On the off chance that you don't say that.
Interest you in this cookie?
Biscuit?
Not right now.
If you look closely, I think you can see the face of Jesus in it.
Wow, George! Wow!
Biscuit, I can assure you it will not be a rich tea.
Because you know the will of God?
That is of no interest to me.
Take a look at this, Father.
That is of no interest to me.
Take a look at this, Father.
That is of no interest to me.
Take a look at this, Father.
That is of no interest to me.
Alright, well, tell me about saints then, in general.
False saints.
No, generally I want to know about saints.
Not beatified by the church. They question orthodoxy.
I think it's beatified.
Down dark paths of forbidden knowledge, and condemn innocent souls to the fires of damnation.
You mean like a Black Sabbath album?
You dick. Oh, George. What the hell are you doing? Provoking this priest.
Vade retro satana.
What's the matter?
It is worse than I thought.
What is it? It's just a sketch.
Not just a sketch. The painting.
Yes?
I wondered if it was something I'd said.
I have to get out of here. Now.
Father Simeon, I forbid you to leave. This is an official investigation.
Don't you understand? A great evil is upon us. The painting is evil. The heretical Gnostics in league with the devil himself.
The devil?
Don't you understand? The Tabula Veritatis, the tablet of truth. It is real.
Well, well, someone is upset.
Who are you?
Pressing your witnesses a little too hard, Inspector Nave?
You're English.
And you are? This is official police business?
Richard Langham, Interpol, serious art theft.
Ooh.
We spoke on the phone, Inspector?
Ah, yes, sir. You didn't say you would be attending my crime scene.
What exactly is this machine, Inspector?
A little invention of mine, Monsieur Langham. It will compute whose blood this is on the floor, and...
Not to worry, Inspector. Perhaps you could move aside? I'm intrigued to see what you're up to.
Ah, of course. It is rather groundbreaking.
Pizza box. It looks like your suspect was a Hawaiian, Inspector.
Oh my god.
Hawaiian?
What horror, not only a killer, but somebody who defaces pizza in that way.
Killer on the loose. Alert the airports and the surf shops.
Sorry, Inspector. I mean, Hawaiian pizza. Your blood stain is a pizza sauce.
Pizza? Moo! You fool! Forget the surf shops. Get onto the Italian embassy. This has mafia written all over it.
I mean,
Nah,
he's not
Inspector, if you don't mind, I'd
horribly
like to speak
wrong.
to your witnesses. And in the meantime, perhaps you should try and get your priest back. Madame Collard, Mr. Stobart, I assume. Can I buy you chaps a coffee?
Really?
Would sound a little more on the ball. Maybe he'd bring a dose of common sense to the case. So, Inspector Nave brought me up to speed and told me about you guys. I can guess what he said. What's your interest in the robbery?
I've been tracking a gang of art thieves for some time, and this looked like a good lead.
I think so. For some reason, I am not getting Interpol vibes off of you. Another part of a conspiracy.
I was hoping you might be able to help.
We're flattered.
Just doing our jobs.
We all are, or at least
what are you
trying to.
resting your arm on there,
maybe we can help
George?
each other.
There's no
I gather you insured the expedition.
backs, really, at the
That's
point where
right,
you're doing
and, we're liable to lose a packet.
Any leads so far?
Maybe. There's a Russian guy called Madovsky who turns out to be the owner of the painting.
Madovsky?
You know him?
Oligarch, oil, art, aluminium. Ex-KGB. Very nasty. You need to be careful.
Yes.
Madovsky's dangerous. He kills anyone who gets in his way.
For a cop, Langham seemed okay. Trouble with doing deals with cops, there's usually a payback down the line. But I figured that'd be a price worth paying to bring down Madovsky. We found evidence that links Madovsky to the company that installed the security at the gallery.
Interesting.
And one of his men, a guy called Shears, was in Paris on the day of the robbery.
Really?
We also found a letter from someone called Gainan wanting to buy the painting from Madovsky.
Gainan? The name rings a bell? Did you find anything else about him?
No, we were in a hurry.
What about the priest?
Ah, the good Father Simeon. Well, something spooked him, that's for sure.
So I gather.
He kept saying La Maledizio was evil.
Perhaps he's right. It certainly caused evil, hasn't it? I'll take leads from anyone, Mr. Stobart, even a crazy priest.
Well, if you're going to take the crazy priest's leads, why are you not taking Nave's leads?
Or rather, on Interpol. Miss Collard, Mr. Stobart.
So, George, what do you think?
I think I'm going to take his money and run.
On top of things.
Stiffing the cafe.
You know, Nico, this could start getting dangerous.
You think Langham's right about Madovsky?
You fight down a god with Nico, George.
I thought he was cute.
He was English, Nico. They're all cute to you.
He done depths too.
Oh yeah? What about my hidden depths?
You showed me those long ago, George.
Yeah.
Well, I'm off home to write up the story so far. You?
I have to see a woman about a dog. A stuffed dog, that is.
Oh, is that where she keeps the
I need to
key?
pay Bijou another visit. She's not been completely honest with me.
Oh, and we have Langham has appeared. Let's see what they say in the character gallery about Langham. Suave, genial Englishman, Langham works for the art division of Interpol. He is erudite, intelligent, well-educated, and charming. Certainly not someone who's going to be sidelined by Inspector Nave on this case. Also, he appears to be humble, because he hasn't mentioned it at all. Alright. Ah, so we can't go there now. Wow, that is interesting. Let's go to Bijou. Nah.
Bijou had told me she didn't have anything to do with the business.
She had told you that.
But Lane said the opposite. One of them was lying.
Actually, let's go to the exit, because, look, I think Vera Security is open, the other, but Nico's place isn't open either. Hey, have you seen something for some reason?
George, what can I do for you?
How's your business?
Any other bargains?
Not since you last asked.
Alright, what about glasses.
I didn't think there was much point.
Alright, what about
I
the
didn't think there
sketch?
was much
No,
point.
you haven't heard of it or seen anybody in the sketch?
The Vera's shutters were down again. The police had probably cleared it out.
Alright, okay. So something must need to go on here at some point in the investigation. Alright, let's talk to Bijou. Bijou. Can I just go in? No, I can't. I need to use the intercom. Hey, hey, it's me again. Your favorite George.
Bijou, it's George again.
Alright, oh.
The air was heavy with incense and alcohol. Reminded me of the old alma mater.
She's broken her record?
Josh, please help me. I am lost.
There was no record on the turntable.
Yeah, she smashed it.
There was a smashed record on the floor.
Why?
Fifi had pride of place on the table.
Alright.
Its little face reminded me of Henri. Its coat even matched his hair. Some dogs really do look like their owners.
Alright, okay.
The joss sticks had finally burned down, but the air was still thick with incense.
Alright.
Views like this one came at a price.
That
Bijou
price was
looked
death.
And very drunk.
Do you want more? I have half a bottle of whiskey.
Help me, you must help me.
What's
How?
wrong, Bijou?
I can't play our song. I've lost Henri and now our song.
You mean the record? How did it happen?
I stumbled and trod on it by mistake.
What was it doing on the floor? I mean, I assume I've got to use the music box to piece it all together, rather than just say, call up William Hobbs and say, send it on over. Look, I've got his glasses.
Look, Bijou, I brought Henri's glasses.
Oh, Henri, what will I do without you?
I didn't think there was much point. Bijou wasn't in any state to make sense.
Alright.
She'd had enough to drink already.
She could do some more.
I didn't think there was much point. Bijou wasn't in any state to make sense.
Alright, well let's look at this then. Provenance, let's talk about the song.
What song was it, Bijou?
I'm lost without it. Lost.
The name of the song, Bijou.
Jasmine. It was our song.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright.
Who sang the song?
Henri.
My darling Henri, of course. You got to number 2 in the Swedish charts. I was so proud. Get me another one, Georges. Oh, please tell me you will.
I guess I can try.
I know where one is.
You're a darling.
I felt terrible. I was anything but a darling. All I was really after was the key to the safe. Lane tells me you've got the provenance, that you did all the paperwork for the gallery.
Oh dear, my head is going round and round and round.
Bijou, I need to know.
All the papers are in the safe. In the gallery office.
Are you the same person doing the voice as Nico? Where's the key?
Bijou, where's the key to the safe?
Henri? You're not Henri. I'm keeping the key just like Henri asked.
Could I borrow that key, please?
Oh, I need my tune. Nothing else matters.
I couldn't get any sense out of her in that state. I had to find a way to get the safe key.
Or to make the music.
Please help me.
Damn, you sound so lost there. Alright, let's look at the record.
Bijou's
See if we...
favorite record was smashed beyond repair.
Alright.
There was no way it could be fixed.
Okay, but what about the music box?
There was no reaction from Bijou. Eine kleine Nachtmusik was clearly not what she wanted to hear.
Can I do something else with the box?
It was an antique music box.
Can I do something with your... No, I can't see that anymore. Oh, okay, this is weird.
Bijou had been at the Champagne in a big way.
I mean, she wasn't too upset to not use champagne flutes, though, rather than just whatever she had her hands on.
There was no record on the turntable.
Right, I get that.
Bijou's favorite record was smashed beyond repair.
I mean, no, can I use... I want to call William Hobbs.
Nico, I've just arrived at Bijou's.
Great. So has she admitted everything?
No, in fact, she's pretty drunk.
So why are you still there?
I need to get into the gallery, and she has the keys to the safe.
You think she'll just give them to you?
Unlikely. I'll find a way, though.
See you later.
Alright, let's go see.
Henri looked very much at peace. Henri had a beautiful little flower in his lapel. I hadn't noticed it earlier.
Oh, God.
Stealing a flower from a corpse. How low had I sunk?
I'm not trying to
It
be
was the
him,
flower
am
from
I?
Henri's lapel.
And knock off and George.
That would be point.
I want to dress up like him. Right, so I need to put on the glasses.
Fifi had pride of place on the table.
Yep.
Its little face reminded me of Henri. Its coat even matched his hair. Some dogs really do look like their owners.
Oh, if his coat matches his hair, do I need to wear it on my head? Can I snip off?
Nope. I needed to try something else.
You got any scissors?
It was Bijou with an unknown man. She was clearly an enthusiastic sitter. It was the pair of... Vera's security had...
Alright, well let's call Waterloo, because I've got no reason to.
Call the garage.
Exactly. That's exactly why I wanted to call it.
Mr. Rickenbacker? I spoke with Lane. He says the provenance for the painting is in the gallery safe.
Oh.
Good work, Stobart.
Apparently, Bijou has the key. Though, when I talked to her earlier, she said she wasn't involved with the gallery.
You need to take a look at that provenance. So, what's the plan? You gonna question her?
No, she's out of it.
Well, get that key and get the provenance from the safe. You can question her later.
I mean, I have absolutely no reason not to do that. Yeah, exactly.
That was never going to happen. Henri looked very much at peace.
Well, what is the white flower?
It was the flower from Henri's lapel.
Alright, what if I give you this white flower, Bijou?
Look at this lovely white flower.
Oh, Henri, what will I do without you?
There was no reaction from Bijou. Eine kleine Nachtmusik was clearly not what she wanted to hear.
I mean... do I have to go back to his office? I really hope this is not what I need to do. Because I would hate to have to walk... Well, maybe you've got it at your stall. I suppose it's possible you might have it in vinyl records.
I had a closer look at Bassam's stock.
Check it out, George. I've had quite a stock update, and I've got to say the metrics on some of this stuff is startling.
Alright, I mean, I clicked on it. Pots.
What are those things?
Oil pots, all empty.
Books.
There was a stack of books, but all in Greek from the looks of it. They looked interesting. A stack of those cards that play music when you open them. Nice selection of sandwiches you have.
That's actually my lunch, George.
Oh well.
Bobbins and threads. The stock range on the stall was impressive.
Alright, I need some of these musical greeting cards.
A stack of those cards
because if I can piece enough together, then I could make what's it.
George, what can I do for you?
I want musical cards, please.
Does one of your cards play the song Jasmine?
Sounds familiar. Let me check the database. I think that's by the Hairy Lobsters.
Oh my god, you actually know.
Aha! Here it is.
How much?
It's yours, if you mention my shop to 3 other people.
Done. Thanks.
Alright, man. I'm out of here.
Thank you.
But I want to listen to it.
It played the Jasmine tune.
Wow. Now... oh, now I have used up all my reasons to go there. To the Vera Security / Aladdin's. Or Aladdin. Oh. Hi! It's George, definitely not Henry. Gone back from the dead.
Bijou, it's George again.
I mean, the fact that it is a... oh, this is crazy. It's a musical card that happens to play the exact song that you need.
Henri? Oh, you're not Henri.
Oh my god. Are you
How about this
losing
card?
it?
It plays the tune.
How song? Oh, how wonderful. Dance with me, Henri.
The cluttered dressing table was covered with mysterious things. I found myself at Bijou's well-equipped dressing table.
Oh.
A picture of Henri had pride of place.
Yeah, this is the moon logic part. I betcha. But let's talk to Bijou.
Bijou?
Henri? Oh, you're not Henri.
Right.
Is that better?
Yes, but where is Henri?
Oh my
I
God,
want
you
to
have
dance
lost
with
it.
Henri.
That is unfortunate.
Oh, Henri, just dance with me.
Alright, so we're going to do the moon logic for the dressing table. Need to make myself look like Henri, is the point.
I daubed some rouge on my cheeks. I decided to clean my face and start again.
Yeah, okay.
I grabbed a strip. Prepare for wax.
Right, because I remember this particular bit from it. Yeah? This, you do the wax. I thought it was on a cat, but it's got to be on the stuffed dog.
Sorry, Fifi. I'll see you in Rio.
Just now I have.
The wax strip was now full of brown dog hairs.
Brown dog head. George Henri combo man. Nope. On the dressing table. Because I need to look.
A picture of Henri had pride of place.
I need to look like Henri. Okay, which is reasonably easy when I do glasses. On face.
I added Henri's glasses.
Eyes.
I looked more and more like a gallery owner. Time to bring Henri back to life.
Yeah, this
Henri
is...
had more facial hair than me. I needed a brown goatee.
I mean, this is horrifying.
I added Henri's flower to my buttonhole. The jasmine definitely gave me that perfect hippie vibe. Looking good.
Hey there, lady who's suffering over a mental breakdown.
Hair was darker than
I'm going to pretend to be. Okay, so I need darker hair. What have I got?
Lots of cotton buds. Always handy for oiling machinery.
I mean, yes, that is what you used it for. Lipstick. I think you need lipstick.
Hairbrush. I prefer a comb myself.
Depends what you got.
I once painted my toenails with my mother's varnish. Still not sure why that made her cry so much. Bijou used a pungent flowery scent. I didn't want it on me.
Oh, I have to use Brett.
I didn't want it on my eyes, but perhaps a slight dusting. My hair was now the same color as Henri's.
Wow, in no way is that a dusting.
But I needed something else.
But alright, yeah, and that is this. Wax dog hairs on the face
With my
mouth.
mouth firmly closed, I added the wax strip to my upper lip. Instant goatee. Looking good, but not quite there yet.
Really? What is wrong? What?
It wasn't as neat as Henri's, but in her state, Bijou wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Henri and I had a similar build, but how could I disguise my classic Stobart good looks? For starters, I had the outfit exactly, but I needed something extra to ensnare the senses.
Aha, and this is where Brett comes in.
I added Henri's Brett to my disguise. Made my eyes water. There. As I looked into the mirror, I saw Henri looking back at me.
You crazy
Henri,
madman.
There you are, you naughty boy. Dance with me, my little roll mop. I've missed you.
Roll mop.
Pleasure, Cherie.
Oh my god.
Henri, isn't this wonderful? Just like old times.
She is obviously suffering from some sort of breakdown, and you are pretending to be... Wow.
Bijou, darling, I need the safe key. Do you have it?
Of course. Didn't I promise? Here it is, sweetie.
I mean, George.
Better let her sleep. I had the key.
You horrific monster.
Besides, I wanted to get my hands on that letter of provenance. I was surprised to see Father Simeon at the cafe.
George, a moment, if you please.
I mean, why were you walking right past him?
all
You
right,
knew you
Father?
wanted to... Oh, well.
No,
Screw
my
you,
son,
George.
Not at all. Great evil is upon us. That sketch you showed me in the gallery, the study from La Maledictio. It showed an image hidden inside the Ouroboros. A dangerous image.
An image of a person.
The symbol represents a heresy, an object that the Gnostics call the Tabula Veritatis.
The Tablet of Truth?
Heard that before.
It's a tablet of lies, a tool of Lucifer.
Alright, tell me about the tablet
Tell
then.
me more about this Tabula Veritatis.
It is an artifact capable of undoing the whole of creation. It was smuggled out of the Holy Land millennia ago and brought to Europe by the Cathars, an evil Gnostic cult. In 1209, the Church launched a glorious crusade in the Cathar heartlands of southern France. We wiped out almost all the Cathars, and with them, the evil that is Gnosticism. My order, the Dominicans, were formed at that time to seek out and eradicate any remaining Gnostics. But we failed in our primary objective. We did not find the Tabula Veritatis. We presumed it lost, but the painting suggests it is still in Gnostic hands.
Does it? I mean, the painting suggests that at one point it was, but I don't know when La Maledictio was painted.
How is La Maledictio connected to all this?
I believe it contains clues that point to the location of the tablet.
Cool.
Clues
Okay.
constructed for a Gnostic to solve. If someone were to decrypt the painting and find the Tabula Veritatis, who knows what evil would be unleashed upon the world?
I mean, maybe, maybe not. Yeah, tell me about
Were
the
the
Cathars.
Cathars all killed?
All that came forward to fight, but like a weed, their roots were deep. We did not fully destroy their evil.
Wow, I mean, let's wipe out a whole sect because they disagree with us religiously. Jeez, that is horrifying. Even after what George has just done to that poor lady.
So, you're suggesting that this image of the Tabula Veritatis is hidden in the Ouroboros on the painting?
It is obvious now. The Ouroboros is a symbol of the Gnostics, and the tree it contained symbolized knowledge, hidden Gnostic knowledge.
Maybe. I mean, interesting that you haven't gone away. I guess you'll come back when I ask about Gnostics. I see you in the background there, Mr. Sheriff. Sheriff? Mr. Waiter. Trying desperately to listen in on conversation.
I still don't get why the Gnostics are so evil.
They see God as simply the creator of the physical world, and revere Lucifer as the lord of the spiritual realm.
Wow.
So crazies,
What's so
just
terrible
like
about this tablet? What does it
most religious organizations.
Like Lucifer himself, the Gnostics could be anywhere. We must talk somewhere more private.
Thank you, Father. That was some story.
Be careful. Guard this knowledge. There are those who would do anything to find the tabula.
Please excuse me. I have to get back to the gallery.
I will remain here and follow you when no one is looking. I have more I must tell you.
Don't want you to follow me.
Gallery and find the provenance. But I was really looking forward to hearing what else Father Simeon had to tell me.
I'm not sure I do. You're probably going to die before we get there, right?
The door was locked.
Oh.
The office looked quiet.
Alright, I guess I'm going to smash the door open with this. Oh, Bijou's
the keys to the gallery and, with luck, the safe.
Right, I thought it was just the safe key, but no, it's all keys. And given where she pulled that out of, that must have been horribly uncomfortable. Because it's not just a single key, it's multiple keys.
Time to look in the safe.
Yep, time to raise that fig leaf. I wonder what happens if you haven't found the safe before this point. Does it go time to find the safe? Oh no.
There was a beautiful ring in a box. The diamond was exquisite. The ring had an inscription. Henri and Bijou forever. Huh. Henri had bought Bijou a big diamond ring. I had a feeling the ring would be useful.
I would steal it and sell it somewhere else. I mean, that is more indicative that he was
beautiful.
Part of it.
Beautiful.
All right. So what do we got on the note?
The note was attached to the front of a document wallet. It read, "Cherie, this should do the trick. Your darling Wilfie." Now, why would Hobbs be sending romantic little notes to Bijou? A note was attached to the front of a document wallet. It read, "That had to be the elusive provenance." It clearly stated that Medovsky was the owner, but I'd learned never to take things at face value. I had to take a closer look at this.
Well, before you do, close the fig leaf.
At first glance, the provenance looked authentic, but something wasn't right.
Yeah, alright, well. We're going to look at it. I guess.
A list of previous owners all the way back to the 30s. A letterhead from a fancy London auction house and Lane's signature. It certainly looked the part.
Alright, so what else did we forget?
The handwritten note seemed like Hobbs and Bijou were on quite intimate terms. Beautiful.
So Hobbs and Bijou seem to be conducting some sort of love affair, or at least had a love affair at a time. But she is now lost completely with Henri's death. I don't know what's going on. What? Why are we turning this round? Oh, I know what why we're doing that. Because that matches up with you.
The sketch was drawn on similar paper to the provenance.
There we go.
The coffee cup stains matched exactly, as did the tear. The provenance must have been created by Hobbs.
Yeah, we knew that.
It was a fake, which meant Medovsky wasn't the true owner. I had to get out there and find out what happened.
The priest had been killed.
It was an old piece of paper with a slightly torn edge. Simeon said that symbol on the face
So are you upside down?
So
No, you
Hobbs
can't
had
be.
found a hidden image in La Malediccia.
Because
an image that Simeon had clearly found disturbing.
that's the right way
this
up.
had to be about more than just insurance fraud.
Alright. So, we need to get ourselves... Well, let's look at the CCTV and see if the body's right in front of
Whatever
the door.
caused the noise in the gallery couldn't be seen on the camera.
Alright.
The door wouldn't open. Something was blocking it from the other side.
Surely the door opened inwards.
The glass was reinforced for sure. I wouldn't be able to smash it, and it wasn't going to open. But there had to be a way of getting through it.
Yes. With the diamond.
The secret compartment was open. There was no need to manhandle Henri any further.
Yes, there was. We wanted it closed. Yeah, just like that. But you, diamond ring, if you're a real diamond ring, I can cut my way out.
The diamond ring was just what I needed to cut through the glass.
Alright, why am I here? What's going on? What am I looking at? There we go. Hey, buddy, did you hear anything?
Hi.
Monsieur?
Did you just notice anything strange?
Nothing. I went inside after the priest left. I thought I heard a gunshot, but when I came out there was nobody here. Nobody. Until you arrived.
So, you don't know what just happened?
What happened, happened, monsieur, whether I know it or not.
True. Alright, let's go into the gallery and discover the priest's body. Hey, look, it's a dead man.
Father?
No sticks. You must stop them.
No.
Who did this, Simeon?
Don't let them. The tablet.
Because you're crazy.
Praise the devil. Lucifer himself.
Those were his last words. First Henri, now Simeon. Who was behind this? And what was Simeon trying to tell me?
Well, that is a thing that we will have to find out another day as I save this. Yes, alas, I must go and do other things in the real world and not just exist within the world of Broken Sword. Stop being George and Nico and go back to my real life. It is depressing, but hey, there we go. So, let's just have a quick look and see how far we were in there. About 40% of the way through. Alright, so another 3 sessions of this probably before we move on to a different game. We'll be back tomorrow to do more of this at the same time. Well, we'll be back tomorrow to do more of something at the same time tomorrow. Whether we will continue with this or pick up with something new, I am uncertain right now. But I will be back. Definitely. We will pick up here. Well, we will pick up wherever we pick up. Possibly we will leave the dying priest or the dead priest on the floor for a little while longer so that he can be just as cold as the cold pizza that was there. Oh, I see they got rid of the pizza box though. But not the champagne or the broken flutes. Never mind. Right. Well, I have been Richard, and I thank you all for coming here and paying attention to the small thing that I do here on this channel. LM, TD, TM, FFR, or, say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels. And I will see you all tomorrow.